New York's getting strained. My whole network's getting strained right now. Why is almost everything turning red? The stupid best airline thing has now cost me a ton of money. We are using 20-pack planes. So where are we flying? Beach 1900s? Columbus. Isn't that in Ohio? A state that doesn't exist? Yeah, so that airport doesn't exist to us either. But yeah, take a look at that. That's just a beautiful route right there. It's doing quite well. Let's celebrate by opening a nice can of sun-kissed orange soda. Welcome everybody to Fly Corp. This is Citrus Aviation here with a video on playing the game. This is my second time playing because first time I tried to do a playthrough. This is a stupid thing where you look at ads and such, and I don't want to do that. And I'm just going to play the game here. I'm an aircraft dispatcher for Commute Air, which is a United Airlines regional subsidiary. And so we're going to play this game, see how it goes. If we want to fly to DC, okay, we'll go ahead and start a route there. And then where else do they want to go? I want to go Pittsburgh. Okay, we'll put Pittsburgh on. We're going to operate the hub and spoke system, and we'll see how that goes. So we're going to do United's hub and spoke system, which is using the hubs of Newark, New Jersey, which is New York in this case, Chicago, O'Hare, Houston, George Bush Intercontinental, Denver International Airport, and San Francisco, along with their Los Angeles focus city. And they have a lot going out of Fort Lauderdale now, too. Looks like we already need to upgrade an aircraft. That's fine. Let's do that. Of course, New York already needs to get upgraded. That is not a surprise there at all, because that is a very New York thing. All right, we're going to go ahead and upgrade New York here. We'll upgrade this flight to level 2 as well. It's interesting that they don't actually use real aircraft types for these upgrades, which is kind of disappointing. It'd be cool if they had like CRJ 200 or like 50-pack aircraft and like 70-pack regional and then like 737 Airbus. Things like that. That would be cool, but they don't do that in this game. Add another aircraft to that one. We'll have 2 daily services now on this route. A gardening festival being held in Pittsburgh. Number of passengers looking to visit the city has increased by 2 times for a week. Okay, copy that. Alright, looks like the city of Columbus has opened up. We are going to go ahead and start a route there. No, we can't do that. We don't have enough cash. Looks like that's going to cost $238, so we'll go ahead and wait on that for a little bit. So I've seen Drew Darnell play this game, and obviously he doesn't work for an airline, so there are things that he has not learned about the aviation industry that hopefully, as a dispatcher and as someone who operates for an airline, I can show him how to do that in this video. So we're going to use the hub and spoke system. Alright, let's do Columbus to DC for now. We'll do that as a minor focus city, considering the fact that United does have a lot of operations out of Washington Dulles, which is another hub. So we'll go ahead and we'll make Washington a hub, and we'll have service to Columbus. Let's see where these people want to go to. They want to go to New York. That's fine. They can go through DC, and that'll work out just great. Of course, DC now needs to get upgraded because we have the service to Columbus. So you can see these passengers are going from one place to another. A lot of them want to go to New York, and therefore DC will need upgrades to add more gates and such. So let's see if we can do that. We do not have the money to upgrade at the moment. Alright, we're going to go ahead and upgrade DC to level 2. Just as I was looking at the map, Chicago opens up. So this will be our Chicago O'Hare hub. Now people here want to go to a bunch of different cities. I don't think I have the cast open up any routes yet for these. But I'll probably will end up doing Chicago to Washington Dulles as a route. Or maybe I'll do Indianapolis to Chicago first. Let's see, where do these people want to go to? They mostly want to go to DC, so that's probably the route that I should open first. But that is going to be pretty expensive. Looks like in this game you have to pay money to get finance upgrades, so that's fine. We'll just wait here for a second. And wait for a little bit more money to load up, and then we will be sending people to their destinations. Interesting, they do want to go to Pittsburgh. Okay. Well, I will go ahead and put that route into service. And that should help out there. People can get to New York and they can get to Washington through Pittsburgh. So they'll go Chicago, Pittsburgh, and then New York. Alright, it's recommended to cancel all the flights to Pittsburgh due to bad weather. There will be no passengers for a week. As crazy as this sounds, this is something that happens. It doesn't usually last for a week. It usually will last for a shorter period of time, like maybe like 6 hours. There's really bad weather or something in a station, and therefore we have to cease operations temporarily, but that is something that does occur. So Chicago, they are needing to be upgraded, as well as they need more flights. But also, because Pittsburgh is closed, we can't fly them there. So we're going to go ahead and open Chicago to Indianapolis. But we can't do that at the moment because we don't have the funds. We're going to need $83. So we'll go ahead and wait to get that 83 currency, and then we'll add that route. There we go. Add the route. That'll help alleviate some things that we have. People really wanted to go to New York, huh? Go ahead and open that up. So Chicago's really getting strained right now. New York's getting strained. My whole network's getting strained right now. But we will go ahead and fix this with some more cassis. Hopefully. We need to make more money first. Alright, Providence has opened up. A tornado touchdown in Washington, D.C. and airport was severely damaged. The airport level decreased. Great, thank you so much. I'm not a fan of that move. Let's go ahead and add Providence here to our New York hub. So, a level being decreased is not ideal. And of course that means several facilities were damaged. So that's not ideal as well. Alright, we bought another aircraft for Columbus service. Where's my money? Milwaukee's opened up. Detroit has opened up. Let's go ahead and do Milwaukee to Chicago. Our cash flow is very much struggling because we're struggling to maintain passenger loads. So I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading a couple of these routes here. We're going to go ahead and upgrade New York to Washington. Fireworks Festival is being held in Chicago. And of course, the number of people will increase by 2 times. So I definitely need to upgrade that airport as soon as possible. I am noticing some of the pay-to-play aspects of this game. If I want to upgrade anything, I need cash. And of course, I only get cash when I have successful services. And of course, if I want cash, I can of course buy money, which is not great because I have to pay to get it. However, I have noticed this little thing where I can slow it down a little bit. So I'll just do that. And with that, we're going to go ahead and upgrade Chicago to a level 2 airport, which let's say that means we add some gates, which is cool. Looks like most of the people in Detroit do want to go to Chicago. PR department recommends us to donate to charity. No, we are not doing that. Alright, Pittsburgh, Chicago is going to get an extra flight. All flights to Indianapolis have been canceled because of a huge migration of rare, bright-winged birds. A nature preservation organization will compensate you $209. Okay, alright, I'll take that. I'll go ahead and upgrade Chicago with that money. So that means Indianapolis temporarily is closed. That actually helps me out quite a bit with my current load issues I'm having. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we'll go ahead and upgrade one of our Pittsburgh to Chicago flights to a larger aircraft. A lot of people in Pittsburgh want to go to New York and Chicago. So that's good to know. A finance crisis has shocked the world. Passengers are trying to save money by flying less. Our finance department recommends us to reduce ticket prices. No, we're not going to do that. Why would we do that? That makes us less money. We're going to go ahead and upgrade Washington Dulles to level 2. Why do so many people want to go to Detroit? Who wants to go to Detroit? D-freaking-Troit. Nobody. Providence will have an ASO, a cost of $209. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to save money. So it looks like due to all the people that want to go to Detroit and New York, we are going to have to open up the Detroit market, and we're going to do that through Chicago. There we go. That should help alleviate some of the stress there on the Detroit market. However, people want to go from New York to Detroit. Interesting. I may have to add direct service between New York and Detroit. Or we could increase ticket prices. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Didn't get us more passengers, but there's some good news. One billionaire has given us some money. Good. Alright, that's good. I'll take money. Let's see. So upgrade Chicago, New York. Tons of people want to go to Chicago for New York. We have a ton of people want to go to Detroit from Chicago. Okay. Oh, great. Now we have fuel prices. Yay. No one's wanting to go anywhere out of Pittsburgh. That's kind of funny. So there is such a high demand to go to Detroit. We're going to upgrade the level here in Chicago once we have 400 currency. Then we'll upgrade the flight to Detroit and upgrade the level of the airport there as well. Alright, there we go. Chicago gets upgraded. Looks like we have a 20-pack aircraft going on there. Oh, what is this? The employees of the aircraft manufacturer went on strike. Price of new planes and upgrades for existing routes have gone up. Great. That is not what I wanted to see. going to be twice as high for a week. Alright, I'm not going to do that then. I'm going to go ahead and just upgrade Detroit Airport once I can do that. Alright, we'll go ahead with the upgrade here at Detroit to add more gate space. Tons of people wanting to go to New York. Detroit demand is still high as well, so I'll need to go ahead and upgauge that aircraft. There's a contest for best airline with a huge prize in Philadelphia. Let's go ahead and do that. Why not? Unfortunately lost. Okay. Well, shouldn't have done that now. Why is almost everything turning red? The stupid best airline thing has now cost me a ton of money. Oh great. We're gonna have to dig ourselves out of this. At least people in Indianapolis are happy. The United States of America gave you a grant for upgrading New York. The airport level will be increased. Perfect. That is fantastic. Alright, it's increased to level 4, which allows us to deal with some of our overcrowding issues. Looks like the price of aircraft has gone back down to a normal rate. We are using 20-pack planes. So what are we flying? Beech 1900s? These large aircraft are 50 packs, so they're going to be CRJs, 200s, ERJ 145s, things like that. Temporarily, to alleviate some issues we have, we're going to go ahead and sell Columbus service. We're going to go ahead and sell Providence service. And then we're going to upgrade our Detroit service as soon as we can. A big gaming exhibition is being held in Milwaukee. Gamers from around the world are going to be there to try out the newest game. The number of passengers looking to visit the city will increase by 2 times for a week. Perfect. Let's go ahead and upgrade this Milwaukee-Chicago route from a tiny Beechcraft to an ERJ 145. There we go, that looks nice. Columbus. Isn't that in Ohio, a state that doesn't exist? Yeah, so that airport doesn't exist to us either. A tornado touched down in Detroit and our level has been decreased. Yay, that was not ideal. We're going to go ahead and temporarily sell. Alright, we can go ahead and upgrade our Detroit service. We can buy an aircraft or we can upgrade. Now, I think if we just upgrade this route, that will be better because it's the same amount. Yeah, it's 100 to go from a 20-pack to a 50-pack. So we're going to go ahead and do that. That's better than just buying another 20-pack aircraft. I think really the strategy is instead of buying more aircraft is to upgrade aircraft, at least initially. That's what it looks like. Going from a 20 or 50-pack aircraft, that's more than double the amount of capacity for the same amount of money. The whole world is celebrating New Year. The number of passengers increased by 20% a week. That is not ideal. But we'll go ahead and deal with it. We'll go ahead and re-upgrade Detroit back to a level 2 airport. Thanks, tornadoes. We do not appreciate that. Why are there tornadoes in the Northeast? That's not very realistic. Oh well, it's a game. Why you have to be mad? It's only game. Looks like the Chicago to Detroit service is actually doing pretty well, so that's good to see. We'll go ahead and upgauge this pit flight to another ERJ 145. Alright, we're going to have another upgrade in passengers. So we're going to need to upgrade the airport in Detroit to a level 3 most likely. Chicago's doing alright here as a level 4, so that's good to see. So it looks like our flights in this part of the country are doing well. It's mostly the airports that are needing to be upgraded to have higher capacity. Right now we only have capacity for 100 passengers in Detroit. That's now been upgraded to 500, so we should be good there in Detroit for a while. It does seem to be one of our busier destinations, so I may end up upgrading that Detroit service as well. But for now, we're doing all right. And our money's increased by a lot too, so let's go ahead and as soon as we can, we'll go ahead and upgrade Chicago here to another level, to level 5. That should help us out. Although there is a lot of money, so maybe we won't do that the most. Let's go ahead and see about maybe upgrade New York. That'll be expensive too. I do know that we've been needing to upgrade some flights though, so let's go ahead and look at a couple of extra upgraded aircraft. So let's go ahead and upgrade this one to a 100-pack aircraft. We're now operating Airbus A220s. That is really nice to see there. Milwaukee, we'll go ahead and upgrade that so we have a better passenger capacity there. Same thing for Indianapolis. We'll go ahead and upgrade that to 100 passenger capacity for those airports. So first mainline route ever, Pittsburgh to Chicago Airbus A220-100. Looks like we will need to upgrade Pittsburgh. Now that's a pretty big city for us, a very important one because it's the connecting city between New York and Chicago. So I will have to upgrade that right now. So there we go. We can now put 100 people through there. It's pretty good to see. Detroit's doing well. If it's 300 capacity, so I don't think I'll need to upgrade that anytime soon. Milwaukee, that is constantly busier than I thought it would be. Interesting. Chicago, that is going to need upgrading as well. Pittsburgh is doing well, so we're good there. I might end up doing that direct service between Chicago and New York. After all, take a look here. Indianapolis, they're doing well. So I think if I do service between New York and Chicago directly, that'll help alleviate some of my issues I'm having here with capacity. So yeah, we'll go ahead and, well, it looks like most people there want to go to other locations like Columbus and Providence. Flights aren't needing to be upgraded, it's the airports. Alright, we went ahead there and sold our Philadelphia service, mostly because those people want to go to places where, honestly, we don't have service right now, so that service is unnecessary for us at the moment. We are having issues though, people want to go to places where we don't have service. Okay, we may have to actually add those routes back. Yeah, it looks like I do need to add some routes back. So we'll go ahead and add that Providence service back. We'll just go ahead and throw on Philly there too. Okay, and that definitely alleviated our issue there in Milwaukee because people can get to where they're going to. Okay. Alright, loading as I go here. How much will it cost to add Columbus? Too much monies is the answer. We're there. Alright, Columbus is opened up now. The government of the United States of America is giving me a grant. And of course, it's an ad, of course. I have to wait a whole 15 seconds for this ad. Oh, this is stupid. Pay to play games. What can I say? Alright, we add some money. Let's go ahead and upgrade some of these flights. Detroit's first one. That'll be going up to an Airbus mainline service. Oh, people want to go to Tulsa. This is the thing. You need to be adding new services as well. So how much is it going to cost to do Chicago to Tulsa? Many monies is the answer. Alright, let's make this Columbus service mainline. Alright, let's upgrade this Columbus service from a prop to an actual jet. ERJ 145s now. There we go. Alright, so my Midwest hub is doing alright here. Like, not too much is red, just the city of Chicago itself. People want to go to Columbus, and so I did upgrade that flight there. So that should be helping out, alleviate some of that stress. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these flights between here, Philadelphia and New York. I think that's part of the bottleneck because people are trying to get to, people trying to get to Philadelphia and they're going through New York and they're having struggles with that. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade both of those flights and see how that goes. Alright, boom. There we go. We're now operating mainline between Pittsburgh and New York. That should help us out there. Yeah, that immediately helped alleviate some of the stress there. And we operate a mainline flight as well between Pittsburgh and Chicago. So those flights are full and the airport's getting full, but people are going to where they want to go to. So that's really helping us out. So it looks like bigger aircraft, mainline aircraft is definitely a key. So I'm going to need to upgrade some of these other routes to some large aircraft as well to help out with that. So it looks like when I start up Tulsa, what I'm going to want to do is to save up enough money to both buy the route and to upgrade the aircraft right away to a 50-pack aircraft. Because 20-pack's not enough, but you go to 50-pack and that automatically alleviates some of the stress from that route. Looks like Providence is the next one that's going to need to get upgraded here. Yeah, that flight's full, so let's go ahead and get that one out of the way. Go ahead and get that one up to an ERJ. Alright, people are wanting to go to Tulsa. Alright, so that's going to cost $294, and then we'll need to save up another $100 to upgrade that route as well. Alright, here we go. Tulsa. There you go. Upgrade that little aircraft to... I didn't mean to buy 2 flights. Alright, fine, that's fine. We'll have 2 50-pack aircraft flying that route then. Looks like actually our 2 flights right now are actually doing alright. I think I will go ahead and upgrade the 20-pack to a 50-pack, and there we go. We should be good to go. Let's see, where do people in Tulsa want to go? They want to go to Detroit, Pittsburgh, New York. Okay, I think I am going to add direct service between New York and Chicago. I think that's going to help alleviate some stress on my services and routes. You can see that adding Tulsa and doing the strategy I did of adding 2 flights and 2 50-pack aircraft really helped alleviate some stress on my route network in general. Yeah, but this direct service between New York and Chicago I think is going to be very important. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and do this direct service. And we're going to upgrade that flight automatically to a 50-pack. And then eventually we will do a 100-pack on that flight, as I do think that that route is quite popular. What this is going to do is alleviate stress from Pittsburgh, because a lot of people were going to Chicago, New York through Pittsburgh. And now you can see it's just not busy there at all. It's just people are not needing to go anywhere. So that is good to see. My Pittsburgh flights are good. But if I had just done Chicago to New York automatically, that would have helped a whole lot. But yeah, you can see the route network here is doing pretty well for how it is. Where do people want to go from Tulsa? Looks like I may have to upgrade the airport here, which is fine. But we do have the 2 flights a day, which is helping out a lot as well. So that's really, really good to see. I think I'll go ahead and upgrade the airport anyway to add more capacity. And so we should be good there. But yeah, people are getting to where they want to go to. I think the next priority, though, is to upgrade the New York to Chicago service. Alright, so here we go. Let's upgrade this to a 50, well, not 50, but 100-pack. There we go. 100-pack will now operate the Airbus A220. I'm determining that that's what our fleet is. So we have Beech 1900s, we have ERJ 145s, and we have Airbus A220s. So yeah, interesting fleet that we have there. See, where are people in Tulsa waiting to go to? They want to go Indianapolis, Detroit. So yeah, the airport capacity is not an issue. Yeah, so this flight here definitely needs to get upgraded. We'll go ahead and upgrade that to a larger aircraft. So I wonder what the next step up is, because I haven't upgraded anything from mainline to larger before. But you can see our hubs between Chicago and New York do require a larger aircraft on that route because of the large number of people needing to go between those hubs to get to where they're going to. So yeah, that's pretty realistic actually. Alright, let's see what happens when we upgrade this flight. So that goes to a 300-pack aircraft. So we're operating a 767. Let's call it a 787-8. Pretty cool to see that. Yeah, that service is quite popular. Let's see, where are people wanting to go to out of New York? They wanted to go to Detroit and Tulsa. Not a big surprise there, as those routes have been performing quite well recently. Our flight to Tulsa is actually fairly full, so I think we need to upgrade that to mainline now. Not buy a new plane. Let's go ahead and just upgrade the one that we have. There we go. We now have an Airbus A220 flying to Tulsa. That's to help out there, alleviate some stress on that market. So it seems like upgrading airports is not as necessary as upgrading routes. So really important to upgrade your routes, folks. Looks like that is a big boost. I think I do want to upgrade any of my cities that have only 50 people capacity, because that does put a little bit of stress on our network. And it looks like Philadelphia is the one that is most stressed right now. So I am going to go ahead and upgrade that to 100 seating area. We do want to be able to allow our passengers to be comfortable. So there we go. You can seat 100 people now in Philly at our gate. It looks like our flight does need to get upgraded. I think I will go ahead and upgrade everything from 20 to 50 pack. We are going to go ahead and get rid of those stupid little Beech 1900s and go back to real airplanes, such as ERJ 145s. Alright, we're going to go ahead and upgrade this here to an ERJ 145. There we go. That helps out a whole lot. Alright, we just upgraded this flight to a 50 pack as well. Alright, let's go ahead and give our Indianapolis service a 50 pack. And yeah, just doing those 50 pack upgrades really did help. Yes, you can see our route network is doing great right now. So that has really helped out a whole lot. Let's take a look at Columbus. Is that airport upgrade? Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and upgrade that as well. But yeah, take a look at that. That's just a beautiful route right there. It's doing quite well. Let's celebrate by opening a nice can of sun-kissed orange soda. Alright, let's see. Where do people out of Chicago want to go to? New York is the big answer. I think I'm going to add another flight on New York. Go buy an aircraft. And then we're going to upgrade that aircraft automatically here, because it's only a 20 pack. go ahead and make it a mainline Airbus A220 on that route. And it looks like that is not enough, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade that to a Boeing 787 as well. And there we go, 787 should be good there. Our network is looking really, really nice right now. Watching some ads, and then let's upgrade some airports. Alright, there we go. Chicago upgrade to a 1,000 seating capacity airport. That should really help us out quite a bit. Let's see, where is... Looks like our Columbus to Chicago service needs an upgrade. So we'll go ahead and take care of that and make that flight mainline. There we go. Let's upgrade that to an Airbus A220. Good to see that alleviated there. Looks like some of our services here out of the Northeast could get upgraded as well. And then once we're ready to go, we're going to go ahead and play some more. Go ahead and press the play button, see what happens, and see how this goes for us. Alright, looks like we could use an upgrade on DC, New York. We'll go ahead and make that a mainline flight. It'll help alleviate some of our services that are out of DC. We can see the airport's filling up pretty quickly if people want to go places. And of course, they have to go through New York. Looks like Providence is experiencing the same thing, so we'll go ahead and make that flight mainline as well. It looks like DC maybe could use an upgrade level. I may want to do this because I will probably end up adding some new routes out of here. Let's take a look. Where do these people want to go to? Mostly New York, it looks like. No way I'm adding a DC Tulsa service. That is not happening at all. Looks like Indianapolis is really high on the list, and Pittsburgh. So we may end up adding a Pittsburgh service. How much would that cost? Not too much, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll make that flight automatically a 50-pack. Looks like our Indianapolis to New York service could use a mainline upgrade, so we may go ahead and do that as well. There we go, mainline there. DC to Chicago. I think that's a bit expensive, particularly considering that we have our 2 daily 787s between Chicago and New York. I don't think we need to add that service. They can just go mainline to New York, and then they can take a wide body flight to Chicago, so it should be fine there. What's going on here with Tulsa? Looks like our flights are actually doing pretty well here. Airport capacity is not an issue. It looks like it's mostly the flights out to Tulsa that could use an upgrade. And there is only one aircraft on this route, so I'm going to go ahead and buy another aircraft. I'm not sure where that second aircraft went to. I thought I had 2 aircraft on this route. But that's fine. We'll go ahead and we'll upgrade that to mainline. We'll have 2 mainline flights, Tulsa to Chicago. Just checking to see if there are any areas where I need to add another flight. I should probably upgrade Providence so it has 100 seating capacity. Let's just ensure all my airports have 100 seating capacity. Looks like New York to Chicago could use an extra aircraft, so we'll go ahead and we'll add a flight there. And we'll upgrade this as soon as we can. Now it looks like anytime something is red, it reduces the amount of income we make. So that appears to be something important that we need to fix. So we made that a 50-pack aircraft, and then we'll make it a 100-pack aircraft as soon as we can here in just a second. Alright, there we go. Let's make it a 100-pack aircraft. Now that we have 3 flights on this route, we're doing pretty solid right there. I don't think we need to upgrade this one to a wide body. Mainline is just fine. Well, that flight's filling up, so I may have to upgrade it anyway. More ads! More money! Alright, let's go ahead and make this a wide body, and we're good to go. Alright, so our route network looks pretty good here right now. Let's go ahead and play and see what happens in some scenarios. So they're going to add another airport to our route network, I would presume. And I have saved up right around 1,000 cash, so we're ready for whatever the next scenario brings us. Interesting to see what's happening here. So it does look like I am going to need to upgrade this Pittsburgh flight here to mainline. Let's go ahead and do that. I am waiting to see when our next new airport's going to be added. Let's go ahead and add service between Chicago and New York. Or, excuse me, Chicago and Washington. We'll upgrade that flight automatically to mainline, because that is going to be a very popular service. That is a flight I have flown on with United, so that's really cool. Alright, and that is basically it. So we did really well in that first playthrough, and once you get it going and you understand how to play the game, I think it's not too difficult. I really had fun with that. If you want to see another video where I try another game mode, let me know. And yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and God bless you.